let's go. Hello and welcome to this video, which is associated with the first Carlton Village Science Evening. This wasn't made on the evening because I didn't have a video camera present at the time. However, this is made afterwards, showing roughly how we did the measurements that we did on the science evening. Okay, this is the detector. It's a pretty ordinary sodium iodide crystal and photomultiplier tube, and it's housed in this rather heavy lead collimator, and the samples are carried on a can here, which conveniently locks into the end of the detector. There's very heavy shielding, and you might wonder why we don't worry about having an open end to the shielding, but most of the background gamma rays are not travelling horizontally along the ground, so it still provides pretty good shielding. So for the readout, we're going to connect the photomultiplier tube to this small setup. This is a very ancient RM5 rate meter, and it's been slightly modified to have a output here, and there's a little lovingly constructed counter unit here, so where we'll have the number of counts accumulated here, and this is the length of time that the counts are accumulated over, as a couple of batteries to make it all work. So now we're going to just connect it up. So it's a triaxial plug and socket. So we're now connected the photomultiplier tube to the counter, and we'll switch on and turn the counter unit on. Now you can see this is counting background at the moment. You can see the counts slowly going up here, and this is a countdown of the accumulation time. So first off, we're going to make a background count. Just set the trigger going, and it's counting down from 60 for 1 minute count. Here's the counts being accumulated, and here's the countdown of the time. So there we go, we've got a 60-second background count, and we've got 177 counts, and it's time to go and make a sample. So here we are, ready to make a measurement, for which we need, make a sample, for which we need a balloon and a sports shirt. So first off, we stuff the balloon into the sports shirt, and flip vigorously to put a large amount of static electricity on it. There we go, that's enough static. The balloon, all we do is fasten it to the centre of the room. Light fitting is a convenient place, and there we are. See, it's fully charged, and we'll leave that for half an hour. So here we are, half an hour later, and all we need to do is to take the balloon down and burst the balloon.
Oh, not like that. Cut!
No, that's okay, keep going. And here's little fragments of balloon, and we just put them into a plastic bag to make sure that any little bits of radioactivity on them stay stuck on the balloon, ready for counting.
Okay.
Yep. So here we are back in the lab, and here's our sample in the plastic bag. Here's our trusty sample carrier. You just stuff that on the end, bit of tape over it to hold it in place, and we're going to put it down into the detector. Good. So here we are, I've put it into the counter. You can hear it's clicking away quite a lot more. So we just turn the counter on and get ready for count. 60 seconds. Let's go. Oh, why didn't that start? Oh, it didn't start because I pressed the wrong button. Here we go. Let's go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the count is over. 2,473 counts. So, what just happened? Well, it's the uranium underneath the house, underneath everybody's house, which is here on the periodic table and happily decaying away. Decays to several different products until it gets to the decay product radon, and radon, being a gas, is free to move out of the soil, and it comes up through the soil into the house, and that decays through several other products until we get to lead. These decay products, after radon, are all charged ions, and so they're attracted to the balloon because we put an electric charge on the balloon. So what it did was it collected the decay products, not actually the radon, but the radon decay products, and we used the balloon to concentrate the radioactivity by simply bursting the balloon and putting it into a small sample. And that's what we were counting. Thank you for watching. Oh, and one more thing, my safety officer here is telling me that we ought to mention that nothing in this video is intended to frighten you, and it is perfectly normal that there is a small amount of radon in my house, and in fact in everybody's house. It doesn't do you any harm, and there's nothing to worry about. So I'm just going to get back to my book. I'm reading The Weight of Water by Penelope Evans. It's a really good book. I suggest you maybe check it out. Bye.